As God continues to grow His work through Harmony, we want to faithfully steward the spaces He's entrusted to us. As part of our all-in journey, we plan to make key investments in our facilities. These upcoming projects aren't just about buildings. They're about creating environments where more people can encounter Jesus, grow in their faith, and be sent out to make an impact. Here's a look at what's ahead at each location. In Mediapolis, we've leased the only space available on Main Street. Our goal is to purchase and fully remodel it into a dedicated counseling center. Our counseling ministries is one of the most powerful tools that God is using to change lives, both within Harmony and throughout the community. This space will allow us to expand that impact, meeting a deep gospel need in northern Des Moines County and southern Louisa County. The Danville campus has been faithfully serving our church and community for decades. As the building ages, some parts over 50 years old, it's time to make key upgrades, including a new roof, HVAC system, and refreshed spaces for ministry. Danville has launched people, resources, and ministries across our region. And even as we've sent many out, new families are coming in. The children's and student ministries remain vibrant, and the campus continues to be a hub for gospel impact. We're committed to investing in Danville's future, updating the foyer, enhancing our kids' spaces, and ensuring this campus remains a place where we continue to reach future generations and mobilize people for ministry here in our region and around the world. If you've been to our Burlington campus on a Sunday morning, you've probably felt it. Parking is tight. That's because this location is growing and new people are walking through our doors each week. To make room for the people God's bringing, we've acquired land just west of the campus on 6th Street to build a new parking lot. This will add over 70 much-needed spaces, removing a barrier for new people while also making it easier for everyone to find a spot and get inside to hear the gospel. This isn't just about convenience. It's about removing barriers so more people can encounter Jesus.
Hello, church family. Pastor Matt here. As many of you know, by God's grace and His providence, in recent years, Fort Madison campus has been on the rise. And I am so excited to share with you what God has done, where He's leading us, and how you can be a part of this. But before I do, first I just want to explain the 30,000-foot level of where we have been. Right now, I'm at the Mississippi Riverfront in Fort Madison, where it all started. It's amazing for me to think about the reason that we're even here today is because over a decade ago, God put it on the hearts of our church leaders to take the strength of Danville and to multiply that into Burlington and down here in Fort Madison. And on Father's Day 2015, almost 10 years ago, right over here in the Riverside Pavilion, the very first church service for Harmony in Fort Madison started. And God used Andrew and Amy Weiss and a group of key volunteers and leaders to have the very first church service. And what we realized was that God was growing this place and that this rental spot was not going to be big enough for Sunday services, let alone any other ministry throughout the week. Which leads us to the next move in this big story. God took us to our current facility at 1602 Avenue F. We've been in our current facility since 2017, and in the last 8 years, we have seen God do amazing things. We've seen people come to know Him, we've seen people grow closer to Him, and we're currently at an impasse where the current ministry that we do cannot be housed in our facility any longer. And not only that, but our current location, though it's in the middle of town, it's pretty secluded and it's pretty hard to find. But here's what I love. With significant growth comes significant opportunity. And after much prayer and searching, God has brought us to the place that He wants us to be at next. And that's Richardson Elementary School. A place with ample space, a huge lot, and one of the best locations we could ever ask for. Welcome to Old Richardson Elementary School, the new home of Harmony Bible Church in Fort Madison. I wish I could tell you all the details that went into us purchasing this property, but here's the short version. God did it. There are dozens and dozens of things and details that needed to take place for us to be here, and God allowed for all of them to take place and every door to be open that needed to be open, to the point that the school board trusted us and liked our proposal enough that they sold us this property and this building for just $1. Now, as exciting as this is that we purchased this building for just $1, this place is not move-in ready. It is far from that. And so we are hoping and we are praying that God will use the generosity of His people through this all-in journey to provide the funds that are needed to complete this project and to make this a facility that is not just used on Sundays, but is used all throughout the week for kingdom purposes. We're going to have not just a church here, we are also going to have City Hope. We're going to have opportunities for outreach throughout the week. We have grounds that people are used to play on and to be welcomed at. This is going to be a building that is going to be used to make disciples of Jesus. And here's why this is so important. Lee County, Iowa is a mission field for the gospel. This county has over 32,000 people that live in it. And Jesus famously says in John chapter 4, I love this. He says to them, look, lift up your eyes and see that the fields are white for harvest. And this place is white for harvest. And here's what I know. If we do this not for ourselves, but we do this for the one, we will have no regrets. So church family, let's be praying, let's be serving, let's be generous for His kingdom, and let's go all in for the one. Church family, He is worth it.